One year I made this shirt to support my Houston Astros. And then the following year I made this shirt to support my Houston Astros. So now it's time for a new shirt. Let's get started. Hello everyone and welcome to Crafting with Delonda. It's me again, Delonda, and thank you so much for joining me today. You already heard me. You already know the Astros have won the World Series before, and we're probably going to do it again. Now, this is the design we're making. I'm going to show you how to make this design. I'm actually not using a cutting machine, but I am using Cricut Design Space software. So at the end of this video, if you find it helpful, please consider liking the video, subscribing to my channel, and turning on the bell for notifications because I do upload new content every single week. Now, without further ado, let's quickly look at the materials, jump into Cricut Design Space, and then get our image placed on a shirt. The materials I'm using for this project include, I'm using 11 by 17 sublimation paper. I'm going to use my wide format Epson EcoTank 15,000 printer that has sublimation ink inside. I'm using butcher paper. I'll use what's left of my lint roller. I'm using some heat resistant tape that's in my little hedgehog tape dispenser. I'll use my scissors, and I'm using a Cricut brand shirt. This is a men's large. For my heat source, I'm going to use my HTV Ront Auto Heat Press. So without further ado, let's go quickly into Cricut Design Space so I can show you how to create this design, and then we will get it pressed on the shirt. Before we go over to Cricut Design Space, let me show you where I got the font from. The first one is called Sugar Melon, and I did download that one from fontbundles.net. And so it's this one that looks like this. If you don't want to use this one, you can find one that looks similar to it. And the other font that I use is one that's called Impact, and I think that was already one of my system fonts. And if not, you can also go to dafont.com and look for a bold, thick font that you want to use like that. Now let's head into Cricut Design Space. I am in Cricut Design Space, and the first thing I'm going to do is grab a text box. I'm going to type the word go in all caps. I'm moving it down so we can see it. Now I'm going to change the font to one that's called Impact. Okay, so now I can select that and I can see how it looks on my screen. I'm going to resize this to a height of 8.4. I'm not resizing the width, only the height, and I'm making sure that the proportions are locked. Now that I have the text selected, I am going to add an offset. The size of the offset is 0.194. Going to click apply. With the offset and the text selected, I'm going to scroll down and click slice. This will give me 3 layers on my layers panel. I'm going to move the top layer over. I'm going to delete the middle layer, and that will leave 2 layers, the outline and the inner part of the word go. The next thing I'm going to do is go to images and do a search for leopard print. Now, the first time I forgot to type the word print, and I saw the leopards pop up and I knew I had done something wrong. So make sure you're doing a search for leopard print. The one that I selected is this one right here. I like this one because of how compact it is. I'm going to add it to my canvas. Once I have it added to my canvas, I move the inner part of the word go. I just moved it over to the right. I'm going to position the leopard print on top of the word go to make sure that the word go is completely covered. I'm going to select the word and the leopard print, and I'm going to slice it. Okay, I can tell that it's sliced because now I see 5 layers in my layers panel. I'm going to delete the parts of the file that I don't need anymore, and I'm going to move that inner piece over to the outline. Now, with the word go and the inner part, the leopard print selected, I am going to click Align and Center. The next thing I'm going to do is I am going to change the colors of the outline and the leopard print. The outline, I'm going to change it to one of the Houston Astros hex code colors. The color of the orange is EB6E1. And the inside part, the leopard print, is going to be changed to 002D62. That is the official colors of the Houston Astros. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this over a little bit because we're going to add a little bit more to this. What I'm going to do now is find that font. It's my system font, and remember it's called Sugar Melon. Okay, I'm going to just move the text. I'm going to double click in there and I'm going to type Astros. I'm going to spell it correctly. I'm going to resize it a lot bigger. I am going to move it over on top, and I'm also going to move all of it over so it's more towards the center of the canvas and we can see it better. Okay, I am changing the word Astros or the team name. I am going to make it match the colors that I already have selected. Right here, I was kind of playing around with it because I wasn't sure what color I wanted to use, but I'm definitely going to use the orange that's already in the background layer. What I'm going to do though is add an offset that is 0.181, and I'm going to click apply. I'm going to change the color of that offset to white. I'm going to select the whole image and I am going to flatten it. Now, once I do that, I'll get a message on my screen that lets me know my image is too large for the page size 11 by 17. I'm going to click on the exclamation point and see what size is acceptable. Once I do that, I'll just go to auto resize. I'll resize the image to what is acceptable, and then I will click make it. Now, even though this is prompting me to use a long mat, it won't matter because remember, I'm not using my Cricut anyway. I'm going to click continue. I'm going to click send to printer. I am going to select my Epson EcoTank 15,000 printer. I'm turning the add bleed off, and I am going to use system dialog. I'm going to select that printer in my preferences, and I have a setting that's already saved for 11 by 17 mirrored. I am going to do a print preview. I'm going to click OK, and I'm going to click print. I'm going to make sure that my image is facing the right direction and that it's mirrored, and everything I'll do from here will be back on the camera. My heat press is heated up to 400 degrees and I have it set for 60 seconds. I'm going to place a piece of butcher paper on the plate. And I'm going to go ahead and open the shirt. And I'm going to pre-press the shirt after I lint roll it. Now I am going to place a piece of butcher paper inside the shirt. The purpose of placing butcher paper inside the shirt is so that none of the ink goes from the front through to the back. Now I'm going to cut the registration lines off. Now you can tear them or you can cut them. Might be better to just tear them. So I'm just tearing the registration lines off. I don't want that on my shirt. So I've torn the first two off. I still have one there and one there. Before I press the image, I am going to get one more sheet of butcher paper to go on top to protect my heat press from getting any of the ink on it. Have my image. I have 4 pieces of heat resistant tape, and I'm going to place the image on the shirt face down, making sure not down too far. And I'm going to just add tape to make sure I don't get any ghosting. Okay, I might add one more piece at the top. Okay, I'm gonna put this butcher paper on top. And the butcher paper is not ripped to perfection. Okay, and I'm going to close this and press it on 400 degrees for 60 seconds. Okay, it beeped. Let's see, let's see, let's see, let's see. I already think it's going to look really good. I am going to bring it over there and reveal it right in front of you so you can see it. Move some of that paper out. Okay, so let's see what it looks like. Okay, I'm gonna just reveal it right here. Let's see. Ooh. Look how gorgeous this is. Look at that. Look how gorgeous this is. Oh my goodness. Oh my, this is the finished product, and you already know I'm going to say I love it. I love it so much. Look at that. Look at that. And I cannot wait for you to make your own. Now, if you have found this tutorial helpful, please consider liking the video, subscribing to my channel, and turning on the bell for notifications, because I do upload new content every single week. Thank you so much for joining me today, and thanks for watching. Bye.